Meanwhile, at Runestraum Industries, where Solaris has just been reborn and has shut down several different automatons that belong to the 4-2 collective. With him is Detective McTavish and Professor Eric Runestraum himself. The detective has just witnessed this
miracle.
Savior of mechanical functioning protect you all from the oncoming death of 4-2s. Put Thulgrim back in your pocket. And
Yeah, he did.
It takes hard time. I know it's hard.
Oh, no, just thinking about...
So you're Solaris?
Indeed. I am Solaris. And you are the detective, James McTavish, designated as a native from the planet Earth Prime, brought to this realm by a mysterious circumstance. Temporal energies coded your genetics.
Yes, that is correct.
I know. I said it.
Runestraum, this is what you've been working on?
Yes. I thought that with everything that I've read in all of the great CRS's journals, you see, Elena dictated that in this coming age, it would be a dark, dark age, an age that would eclipse all of the light of life. She wrote that not only would abominations plague the land, but that soon, with the lack of guardian beasts in our realm, we would give way to the oncoming horde of the heir apparent to T'Chillik. There would be nothing that could stop us from dying. So I thought to myself, if there was a way to at least make a guardian for the realm, then it was my duty to do so. I have built the Omega Magnus mechanical weapons system, and even designed a pilot perfectly suited to fly it. But redundancy is key in any times of strife. So I remembered my old friend Solaris, an AI that I programmed for the Sky Station that Dr. Miles Stein and I created. Solaris has gone through many different metamorphoses and changes, but I was able to salvage the majority of his AI systems from the helmet that was brought back from the void, and I have found a way to recreate him. Only I needed a body strong enough to support his systems. And that is when I found Soldat 2, a mindless, made man, one of Stein's super soldier experiments. The other two miracles had managed to find a mind. Well, with this one, I managed to put my mind that I created inside the body that Stein created. And now we have a protector.
So what are we going to do about the 4-2 problem?
4-2 is indeed a conundrum. But before he left on his last mission, Dr. Raphael Gregor entrusted me with an antivirus, one that he had formulated years ago when he first met 4-2. I have programmed that into Solaris functions so that he can shut down these units if they cause any threat or trouble.
Makes sense. That's what you used on me.
He did cure you. I recall. I have many files on this, and Solaris has helped me document and log everything within Velocian history.
Aside from the 4-2 situation, we have this heir to T'Chillik that's coming. How close is that coming into fruition?
Of course, it is all based upon journals. Ones that were written by a young girl who had visions and prophecies hundreds of years ago. She survived the great coming of the Draken and was even written to have survived the Black Dragon itself when it came to these lands. But, of course, with any visions or prophecy, it's written with a bit of perspective and, well, they're riddles, to put it mildly. So I've done my best to put it together, but through all the signs, the guardian beasts disappearing, the shards that power this realm nowhere to be found, from all data logs, what I know is that they were stolen by a man known as Mr. Well. The coming age of destruction is near unavoidable. But I, being who I am, have implemented a series of fail-safes. I learned from my mentor, Dr. Stein, that one must always have a redundancy of fail-safe plans. And with that, I have created 2 mechanical protectors, but I have also created a lifeboat to help carry many of the peoples and creatures of this world to other realms if the need should arise.
What's the name of it?
I'm sorry, what?
What's the name of it?
The name of the lifeboat
Yes.
is Exodus.
I really want to get to Tenebris, but I think that might be on hold right now.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. I downloaded everything onto a mini drive. Here it is. This actually holds the coordinates that you can program into a telepad at any point in time. And it will take you directly to Tenebris.
Alright. He's going to plug it into his suit and just leave it there.
All right. So now at this point, like
Thank
I said,
Doctor.
you are in the sub-levels of Runestraum Industries. You do have the ability to traverse the realms from this area, but you also know that the people who you were encountering and dealing with are also out there. There are threats from, you believe, coming from the 4-2 units, and several different people have shown interest in finding these source shards that you've seen the power of before. You even watched as Mr. Well took them from the Dark Star Xavier.
Well, he's going to stay and see what he can do before he goes to Tenebris.
Okay, and how would you like to do that? Would you like to stay here with Runestraum to help him continue to try and make his plans? Would you like to go out and try to find your allies that you worked with before, let them know what's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to find them and let them know what's going on.
All right, so what we'll do is, I know that you would probably assume that the home that they called home, the tunnels beneath, are most likely where they would return to or be based out of. So that would probably be my assumption for a good place to start.
Yeah. That's where he's going to go.
Okay. All right, so we'll actually just carry you there with a travel sequence. As you are now in the tunnels, making your way towards where you know the orphans called home. However, something seems wrong. Something seems to be gnawing at your gut. Not literally, but figuratively.
Oh no. It's a mini 4-2. Just hello baby, hello mom.
Hello, my ragtime gal. I got a fedora. I popped out your chest and now I'm 4-2 again.
Really ridiculous what just happened. I have no idea.
But it's
That didn't actually happen. He's still...
Yeah.
It's just it was a scary thought that he had to
all
himself.
that Olorian spicy noodles you had.
Oh, heartburn.
Alright, so I'm going to use the detective skill to look and see what's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
I see nothing. I see nothing.
Now, you do start with your favors, so if you think it's important enough to use one of them, you can. However, if you'd like to continue moving forward without knowing, that's fine with me too.
Might use a favor this time.
All right, go ahead and mark it on your sheet and let's go forward.
Well, that means I have nothing left, but that's okay. Oh, it's a good thing I did that. Alright, so it's 25.
Awesome. So you actually notice that in the tunnels are a series of individuals that are garbed in dark, so like a deep crimson, so dark that it's almost blends in with the shadows. But they have these deep crimson cloaks, and you can tell that there are about 6 of them maneuvering through the tunnels a few yards, a good click's distance away from you, but you can see them with your keen eyesight and your ingenuity and detective skills. But you can tell with the way that they're maneuvering to be so silent, to be unseen, that they're out of place here.
We don't have any comms or anything I can contact them on, is there?
Well,
I have my communication device with Remy, but it's pretty archaic.
She has a CB radio style communication device that she uses with the leader of the orphanage.
CB radio.
So maybe if you can manage to make it to him, you can inform him
join
and
with a
also
4-2
radiate
unit.
to the rest of them what's going on.
If you join with a 4-2 unit,
That's what I want to do.
can
And
talk
just
to,
try to get to him.
4-2 wants to join with you to enhance your communication abilities.
No. Not no, but no.
But yeah.
Stein, no!
Alright, so this would be stealth, right?
Yeah, you'd have to move with stealth if you wanted to go unnoticed by these individuals and make it to the orphanage before they do.
Alright, and that'd be dexterity.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
Now, your difficulty rating is 25, because there are plenty of them, and they do seem to be moving with trained intent.
Well, I don't have stealth in here, so this is going to be bad. But how bad is it going to be?
Very bad.
Very bad. Is it? Because it's the new system -3.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a 12.
Son of a Chippewa. All right. So as you start to try to maneuver, you're moving a little clunkier than you thought you were. Mm-hmm. Either that or these people are more highly trained than you suspected. You do notice that one of the 6 breaks off from the group and stands in the middle of the tunnels in front of you, waiting patiently for you to catch up as the other 5 continue to maneuver.
I'm going to ask him what he's doing here.
What am I doing here? I am a man on a mission. What are you doing here?
Man,
You come to me with no charisma, just a blunt edge, a weapon. What are you?
I'm a detective.
Ah. You detect trouble and you plant yourself in the middle of it, loud and noisy like a child.
I don't care what you say or what you're doing. State your business.
Fine, I shall state my business. As his cloak flies back from him, you see that he is a large, bulky man with several different cybernetic enhancements and upgrades, high-tech armor, and 2 very large katana-like blades that he pulls from his back, holding in front of him as he now squares off with you. And he's also got dreadlocks. He keeps them tied back behind his head.
Right,
Very
so
beautiful mocha skin, bright blue eyes.
I'm going to pull the judge out and...
Is he single?
Do what?
He says, is he single?
Is he yes. But Al has to make it back first.
Oh, I'm not asking for Al.
So, yeah, I'm going to use... I am going to shoot him.
I'm gonna shoot him.
You may attempt to do so.
Like all the thought that went into
You
that.
will have to beat a 25.
Why? I'm not using you anymore.
Flip the chair. So you missed your shot.
Yeah, no, that was horrible.
And you used your
Fade already. Yeah.
All right. How badly did you fail?
Oh, he's up in my face. I guarantee it. That's not. He said out of 25, right?
Correct. So whatever you rolled, totaled out.
11.
It was 11.
Yes.
Oh,
So that is an extreme failure. That's like a
oh
critical
don't kill
fail.
the detective.
I don't have control over the
Yes,
story,
you
Jessica.
do.
No, I really don't. The story flows through me. I am but a simple
Yes.
skull.
He speaks for the
I
universe.
must speak for the universe.
He just opens his mouth and the words.
These
pour out.
swords move with seamless grace as this man, even though he's much larger than you, moves with a swift, delicate nature. Almost
Like a
silently as he maneuvers towards you, hitting you with the blunt end of the handle of one of the swords as the other smashes down on your hand that is holding the pistol and knocks it from your grasp. You're looking at a 10.
A 10?
Oh, jeez, man.
Are we back to the tunnels yet?
I really hope we are.
Good lord. Oh, wait, that's right.
Now, you still have your soak. You have your damage.
Yeah, okay. Phew.
So don't put all of it onto your health if you have armor. I thought you did.
Yeah, I do have armor.
Okay. So, you doing all right? You're not
Yes.
in eggs?
Yeah, I'm doing alright.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming this probably staggered you a bit.
Yeah, no, I'm flipping my defense shield on right now.
All right, so now he continues to move seamlessly with grace as he looks straight at you and winks.
I smile.
Maybe he is single.
I like the cut of your jib, detective.
He does that, and I smile.
Then we shall dance. He attacked you last, so this is your retaliatory move.
I'm going to use my energy to attack him.
All right.
No, I'm not. I'm rolling poorly. That is a 17.
It's not the worst thing you've ever done. So as your energy begins to glow and emits around you, causing this barrier, but also lights up into a focal point on both of your fists. As you move forward and you swing and a miss and smash your hand straight through the wall of the tunnel. Now he maneuvers behind you, and again, with you failing, he's allowed an attack. It's a quick stroke to the back of your head with the blunt end of the handle of the katana that he holds. Yeah, it's still 10. He's got a set 10 damage rating.
Okay.
Just retreat. Get out of there. Live to fight another day, man.
How are you doing?
Huh? I'm still up.
You in the negatives at all?
No.
Okay. Feeling good.
So what he does
Feeling
now
frisky.
is he cuts her head off. Now you're in the negative.
You're a whole head shorter.
All right. So that was your
head.
attack. That was his retaliation to it. Now, as you're still dazed and you're looking back, you see that he has maneuvered yet again to attack. You can either move to defend, or you can maneuver to evade.
I'm going to try and evade.
All right, so I'm going to set your difficulty rating at a 20 on evade.
Nope.
Work with me, Ronnie.
Change dice, man.
How bad was it?
These dice hate me. The detective is not supposed to survive this, apparently.
If we get to the tunnels and I find the detective's dead body, it would be really sad.
Let's see. 3 plus...
I'll be indifferent.
That'd be 12. 12 out of 20.
So it wasn't a super extreme failure, but he does jump and snap kick you directly into that square cut jaw of yours. You can feel the full blunt force of his kick as it smacks against your face, and it's like a flash of red and a warm sensation of pain traveling up your spine. He's not attacking you with the weapon, though, so that carries a 6 damage rating.
Okay, I'm still up. Not in the negatives yet.
Oh my god, how's that possible? What was your soak?
Oh, that's why.
My soak is 5.
Yeah, he's got a 5 soak.
Oh.
I'm just like, Brian, I just saw your health. How? And I'm like, oh, it's okay.
It's all armor with the energy.
He's essentially a walking, talking Dalek. He's just not murder hobo.
Don't use that.
Use the table.
Use the table?
Yes.
Okay.
We're all rooting for you, man.
Alright, so
I
he
might
doesn't
shed
give
his
up.
love here.
That's
That's
Just
my
the way the
character.
detective works. Even
I
when
can
he's
do this
launched
all
into a
day.
different reality. He keeps going. Has some kids. Watches them kill killers.
that's a little better. That's a 23.
I will say that that's a successful attack, sir. At this point, he's not moving quite as fast. He has engaged you, so there is no stealth about his attacks anymore. Explain to me how you're attacking and what kind of damage you're trying to do.
He was, well, he doesn't have his gun right now because it's on the
doesn't.
floor. No, he's using his energy, and his knee starts glowing as he knees him in the face.
All right, and how much damage are we looking at?
That we never dictated his hand-to-hand combat. It's a martial arts, and it's actually a 24, but it's still whatever success. I forgot +1. I don't know what is damage for
Punching.
Just fists. Well, what's your...
because energy manipulation is +3, so it's that +3. The strength is a 4.
Let me look it up.
I think that the way that this would work would be light, medium, heavy attack. That rating would then be additional to what he has as energy manipulation. So if his energy
Well, then it would be, it sounds like to me it would be light. According to the example in here, it would be light, which is 2.
2 plus the 3 from his energy manipulation. So you'd be looking at a 5 damage that you could deal out.
Okay.
So the judge definitely helps you focus what you do. It makes the attack a lot more severe, but you are still a little bit boosted while using your powers in hand-to-hand combat. You do manage to knee him in the face, causing him damage. As he stumbles backwards, a little bit of blood trickles from his mouth. I see you are not without your own tricks, my friend, but you have still stumbled into a game that which you cannot win.
I'm not trying to win, I'm just trying to hold you off.
Holding me off does nothing. My job is to hold you off as my companions and allies continue on with their mission.
Are they holding each other?
Which is?
They're holding each other.
Did you think I was going to tell you?
That's usually when people start telling me things, is when they think they have me beat.
Oh, well, I'm not people. I'm just a soldier. I have a job and I do it. If I was to know the entire plan of a thing, I'd probably be in charge of said thing.
So who's in charge?
The man who told me to carry your head back to him.
Which man is that?
The Lord Cardinal.
Who? The Cardinal?
The Cardinal.
The Cardinal.
Cardinal.
The Cardinal.
He's married to the
Lord Cardinal.
Who lives
A
on
bird?
This guy reminds me of that dude from Firefly who's like very
Yes.
Serenity, not Firefly.
Yes.
Did you
that
see
too.
Serenity?
Yeah.
That dude,
With a sword?
The believer.
the true believer.
Yeah.
That's what this guy reminds me of.
He is a true believer. You are correct. Look at you, unraveling things. Plus the guy in the last episode of Firefly, very reminiscent of the true believer from Serenity, the movie. Go back and
Oh,
watch
the
it.
creepy bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Of Firefly.
Oh, Jubal Early, I didn't like him.
How close are they now?
Yeah, can we like come help
There's
him?
no way that you can really know because you haven't made it to the archaic communication systems yet. You don't have 4.2 adaptive technology in you, so there's no way for that to communicate with you. It would be hard for me to dictate how you would know how close they are.
I'm going to try and make it past the guy and just dart to the machine.
Alright, so to get past him, to escape and evade, I'm going to set your dexterity roll at 25 difficulty.
Nope.
Mark your 2 attributes and he gets a favor.
Oh,
Oh, it's that bad.
yes,
Yeah.
it's that bad.
Oh my.
Oh my.
He's knocked out.
Alright, so as you try to escape and dodge and evade this man, you run past him, but you do not realize as you're running that he is actually maneuvered into his ultra attack as he charges both of these blades with an amount of spiritual energy flowing directly into them. He leaps into the air, clashing them together, which sets out a shock wave, a ripple effect, which then travels down and clashes with you and your own energy aura. This actually deals out a significant amount of damage. So we're looking at his base attack with his weapons, plus the additional 4 bonus from this super effect that he has. So what you're looking at here is a 14.
14. Okay, so 13.
So are you negative now?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what it says. If at any time a character receives enough damage beyond their available HP in either physical or mental, they enter negative HP state called dying. And they gain the negative HP rating equal to the amount of damage. When dying, they gain 1 HP at the beginning of each of their turns. So you gain -1 at the beginning of every turn and must test your physique. And then there's things that happen, but you're not knocked out yet. But you have to roll to see if you can stay conscious. If a character were to reach a negative HP rating equal to their maximum HP, they're dead.
I will let you roll to see if you remain consciousness through this horrific attack.
So what am I at right now? Is this just still the straight same
much?
damage? Still 14 damage, right?
Yes.
I just go into the negatives now with that damage.
Yeah, so what was your
Okay.
max health to begin with?
12. The soak was...
And once this goes past your soak, how much are you taking?
The soak... Well, I didn't have my defenses up, the energy barrier up.
But you do have base armor. So
Yes.
once this goes past your soak, you
Those 14. That's 11, so... And plus that one is... -1, that'd be 10. So...
What are you negative?
Maybe -10.
Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to roll to see if you can retain consciousness. The difficulty on maintaining consciousness is 20.
Huh, he's this boy about to be knocked out. Yeah,
They don't get knocked out unless they roll an utter failure on physique test. This is what I'm telling
Okay,
you.
well,
So,
roll.
what am I testing on? Physique?
It would be a physique check, yes.
Plus 2, 10. And that would be on strength?
I think it would be con, wouldn't it?
Or con?
Con.
That'd be a 17.
So you do not retain consciousness
No.
as you slip away into the sleep.
As that happens, just say son of a Chippewa.
As you fade
Son of a
away,
Chippewa.
meanwhile, in the skies above Greater Eloria, on the back of the Great Griffin, Bubbles, the group is traveling closer and closer to where their central location is, their entryway into the tunnels.
These are the tunnels? Well, let's go!
Don't sound so enthusiastic to go into the sewers.
I
Not
haven't...
sewers. We don't live in the sewers.
Sewers? I've never been to a sewer. What is that?
That's where the crap goes.
It's not where we live. We live
That
in
sounds
tunnels
disgusting.
that Stein built that connect all of his facilities.
That's almost worse.
No, it's very much worse. I would rather live in the sewers than in a Stein tunnel, but...
That's fair. Alright, let's go. Let's meet this Remy. See what this fella's up to.
So you enter the tunnels, and as you begin to make your way towards the orphanage, it's pretty visibly obvious that there was some sort of a confrontation in the tunnels. There's broken rubble where the wall once was. There's blood splattered across the floor.
What? There was a battle and I missed it? I'm heartbroken.
Dean, you might want to try to get in contact with your companion.
Remy, are you there?
That I am. What can I do for you, little fire?
Are you guys okay?
I do believe so. The children are getting ready for bed now.
Did they take a bath?
Of course they did. What do you think? I'm just a heathen?
There's some kind of skirmish out here in the tunnels. There's blood and signs of a fight.
We did seem to hear a distant raucous earlier, but as we like to keep to ourselves, if it does not come to my home, it is not a part of my need.
We're on our way now. And I have somebody that I want you to meet.
Well, that is just delightful. So many people you have introduced me to lately are so very interesting. I look forward to this.
You'll really like this one.
Can I check to see if there's anybody still here from the battle? Fulgrim?
Oh, you should
You
check.
can use
You have your HUD and all that.
dummy sight.
Okay.
Roll it as an investigation.
It's Stein tech. It's not going to work. It's like hammer tech.
I can perceive some
But
stuff.
he loves this helmet. He keeps putting it back on.
Well, it's because it was on the helmet, and because of who I'm traveling with.
True.
It's a 19.
I got a... What was this against? Same exact thing. 17 plus 7. What was that?
24.
4. There you go.
You can tell that there are still tracks that you could easily follow of whomever was in this skirmish. You can tell that he must have been weighted down as if he was carrying a great weight as he walked away from this area.
4-2, can you do any analysis of this area to see who might have been involved in this skirmish?
Yes.
Is it anyone we know? Is it
I
a
don't know.
rando person?
I do not know.
I know. Let's find out.
Okay.
Did you tell us if you did?
You're trusting a 4-2?
He's really good at sensing stuff.
What do you see?
He's figuring it out. He takes
No.
a minute.
I'm asking, what did you see?
Oh,
I don't sense anything.
See, you continue to put your faith into
Whatever
these.
residual energy is still in this area
Mechanical
seems
atrocities.
to be counteracting.
it seems like whoever it
Interfering.
was unconscious.
Would I see the tracks?
Now that she's pointed them out to you, yes.
I follow the tracks. 'Cause that's
I'm gonna
just
follow
Thulgrim.
him because I gotta stick with him until he meets Remy.
Okay. So as you continue to follow him, you notice that you're passing just by the turnoff where you would go to get to your orphans. But the tracks don't go down that way. They continue to go further towards where the cistern was.
Can we talk to Remy first? I know where they're going.
But
I
might
can
be
go
a
ahead
battle.
and scout and make sure that they're still there. I've already spoken to Remy before.
Do you know how long it's been since I've battled? It's been
Uh,
10 minutes!
Yeah, I was going to say about 10 minutes.
I ache for battle. But this Remy wants to meet me, so I shall go.
A
It's
wise
very
warrior
important
knows when
that
to
you
fight, when not to. So you have fun talking to Remy.
And I
I'll
know
go
where they're
scout.
gonna take this guy.
So jealous.
If you can come with us and grab one of the communication devices we have, then you can tell us what you find. Because otherwise, you don't have any way to communicate with us.
I have
You
communication
don't-
device, and I'm going with him.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So
Scout team.
Soul's Hammer and Al traverse further down the tunnels towards the cistern to follow the tracks of whomever was in this battle. As Thulgrim follows Dean towards the orphans. 4-2, I'm interested. Which way would you be going? Would you be following Al towards this supposed conflict, or would you be following Thulgrim and Adine towards Remy and the orphans?
Oh, I thought they were following the energy trace.
They're following it, and I'm taking him to meet Remy because Remy is all about the old gods, and he's literally an old god. So
I'll go with you,
Oh.
and I'll send a 4-2 to meet up with you.
Eeny, meeny,
he doesn't have to
miny, moe.
choose. He can just meet up with us at both
When
places.
you're everywhere, you can go anywhere.
All right, now, Thulgrim and Adine, you travel further down the tunnel where you turn towards the orphans. Whoa! That is one crazy-looking guy. Where did you find him, Mama Adine?
Freddie, I thought you were supposed to be getting ready for bed.
I was until you brought this shiny dude here. What is it? His eyes are glowing. Are they on fire?
They're not on fire, they're... How smart is he?
He's just a little kid.
Just a little kid?
Smart Adine.
Like, picture, like, a cross between
It's
Isaac
quite
and
precocious. Please don't ask me to spell that.
Kenya.
I could spell it for you.
You could spell
but
it.
I won't because I'm precocious.
Freddie, you don't look
Yeah.
like you've taken a bath.
Touche.
Well, of course I did, but then I got dirty again.
Go
Because
take another bath.
What? But I just...
Go.
It's a waste of-
bedtime. It's bedtime. Go.
It's
Yes.
Donnie Energy.
He told me anyway. Cool.
Don't get distracted telling everyone else. Go. Take a bath.
Fine. But I'm carving a toy out of him later.
Okay.
Actually, I can... Wait, do they even still make those?
They do.
I have a vintage action figure I can give to you.
Of yourself.
He just forms a finger into an action figure, breaks it off the hand.
It has dummy punch action.
You collect the Sanguine soldier's face comes off.
Yes. Well, actually, if you collect all 6 of the Storm Riders, there's a T'Chillic Build-A-Figure.
Yes!
Yes. Greatest thing I've ever seen. Had a famous Earth Prime company came up with it. They were based out of northeastern coast, I believe.
Freddie's supposed to be
Yes.
taking a bath. Let's do
That
this.
was me telling
Let's
you.
do
He's
this.
already run off to
Yeah.
take a bath.
No, he wants an action figure to give it.
I don't have it with me.
Oh, he
No.
doesn't have it
I
with
thought you were
him.
going to make it.
Wait.
I can't make it. No,
Great.
that's
way,
not how this works.
Way to get the kids' hopes, man. Oh,
I
no
know.
action figure.
I'll just have someone teleport one here.
Okay. Freddie's taking a bath. Let's go see Remy.
All right. I'll
So
give him a
you
whole
take him
set.
into the center of the facility that, again, as narrated before, has several ropes and strings that hang a series of blankets and drapes all around the place. As you walk through them, you see the large opening in the center with a man sitting in a meditative state, surrounded by candles that flicker in the darkness, and a series of what you would know as the runes painted on the ground around him in circles.
Runes. I haven't seen these out in Ages.
Well, hello, my little fire. It is good to see you have come back to me yet again. And who is this interesting gentleman that you have brought with you?
This is Fulgrim Bloodwind.
I am Fulgrim the Mighty.
The man from the old children's stories.
Yes, I am one of the last living Dani.
So, what does that mean to me? You serve the guardian gods?
I am a guardian god.
You are no guardian beast.
A beast? No, I'm not one of the guardian beasts. I am
The
a
animals
god.
that were the gods of the land. There was the great Amok of the undying flame. Berg of the Everwinter.
Amok, yes, he's pretty angry. He was once in the Irritated Blade. That was interesting.
So you know the gods. You have met Amok.
Yes, I've met Amok. Alden's my granddad.
Alden.
Yes.
Who is this that you speak of?
You don't know Alden.
I have never heard of anyone mention this name.
Fulgrim starts counting on the screen. Let me pull up family tree.
It's been 500 years. Things have gotten confused.
Man.
Little Fire, do
What
you know
has
what he is
happened?
talking of?
No.
Have you heard of Yakil?
I am sorry, who?
Yakil. The Chaos. He was a god of chaos, a trickster. Also my dad.
Well, that sounds complicated, and I am sorry that your family is at odds with each other. Me, myself, I do not know my father.
Well, Alden created this realm, so...
Poor two burst out in laughter.
He's the only one who knows what that means.
I think there may be a way that maybe you can sort out what knowledge it is that you think you have, and my ability to perceive and learn new knowledge. If
Are you a
would-
seer?
I think that's what you could say. You see, once upon a time, I was just a man. A simple man, trying to relieve himself after too many drinks at the bar. But that is when the sky above Riverside blew bright red. In that moment, when the Red Death occurred, I survived. But I survived by being shown visions of the guardians, the gods of this realm. And by following them and meditating with their spirits, I have been able to guide these orphans and this beautiful young woman here into safety.
So you're not like psychic or anything. You can't go into my mind and see what I've seen over the millennia.
I think that maybe what you and I can do is use the power of the runes
I can
and
go into
our
your mind.
abilities to meditate.
Stay away from me.
I can see.
I agree.
I can show him.
Stay away from me.
You're not here. You went with them. And
No,
you sent
there's
another
another
person.
one, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, remember, because when you're everywhere, you're
My
everywhere.
mind to your mind.
What we can do is
My
join
thoughts.
together and meditate with each other with the runes. And maybe in that way, the truth will be communed to us.
I mean, it's just going to reiterate what I said, but sure. Let's go.
If you're willing to do this with me, then I would be much appreciative of you, Mr. Thulgrim the Mighty Bloodwind. So,
Can I do that too? Or is that just a y'all
you
thing?
may.
Is that a dude thing?
No, you want to join in on the communication with the spirits of the universe?
4-2 would like to join in as well.
Really, though?
How's that
Okay.
going to happen?
Everybody wants to sit around in a communion circle and meditate? That is perfectly fine with me. Here's how that's going to work. All of you sit in the circle of runes, and 4-2 tries to mimic and imitate what behavior he is observing. He also sits in the circle. Now, what the two of you will roll is perception checks based off of wisdom. Your difficulty rating will be set at a 20.
That's for us two, or...
I'm
These
going to
two.
re-roll this because I feel like this is important, and I'm going to mark my attribute points. I'm going to use the favor that I just got.
You also have to roll this 4-2.
Are you wrong?
Oh, man, I can't see anything. I didn't crit fail that time, but almost.
Close.
What is this off of?
Wisdom.
He's not very wise. Can I add perception to this?
It is a dude thing.
It is perception, so it's wisdom and perception put together. Plus your roll.
19.
So, as you all sit in communion, what actually occurs is the light that emanates from Thulgrim's eyes actually begins to ignite and trickle down around the room, bouncing through each of the runes that was emblazed upon the floor. These runes grow wild and colorful as they flow energy throughout each and every one of the organic creatures present. Now, as this occurs, Thulgrim's eyes glow even brighter, as do Remy's, reflecting the dawny light that shines from in Thulgrim. And the two of them journey into a vision quest. You see them as if you're at the edge of the vision, and you see an elderly man with wrappings covering his eyes and a bandaged nub for a hand that has been severed long ago. You see them walk off to meet this man, to talk, but you see no further. As you continue to meditate and wait for Remy's return from this vision quest, 4-2 continues to tap his fingers impatiently on his knees as he wants to figure out what it is that is occurring within these individuals' minds, but yet cannot quite seem to attune to what is a spiritual nature.
So he must look directly into their minds
Now,
while they're busy meditating.
if you want to find out what they learn on this meditation quest, or what happens to Al and Soul's hammer as they hunt down the wild killers loose and rampant within the tunnels underneath Greater Aloria, then you'll have to tune in next time to the greatest show on Earth. That's right, I'm talking about Valos Twilight, presented to you by Saturday Night Gaming. This is your favorite GM, Tony Stevens, signing off and saying don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe, and share with your grandmother.